life, the bright lights, the type the crowd likes. Where you at, ballers? Ladies love me and men, they wanna be me, they pay to come see me. Where you at, ballers?
Cavs at Magic, Junior Browne back with NBA Shot Clock on this Saturday, April 27th, with another free pick. And we're rocking with the under 202 in the CavsMagic game. I said the other day that game one of this series was one of the worst playoff games I've ever seen. Well, that's before game 3 happened. If I'm Cavaliers management, if I'm a Cavalier fan, I am very, very concerned with the fact that Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, more specifically, decided to take the day off in Game 3. Darius Garland had one of the most pathetic displays I've ever seen in my life, and if Donovan Mitchell leaves the Cavaliers, you can look back to Game 3 of this series as a catalyst to why. Now, as far as this game tonight, I think that plays a big factor because clearly the defensive intensity that Orlando brought on their home court with their fans who haven't seen a playoff game in a couple of years was just something that the Cavaliers wanted no part of. And when you want no part of a fight in the playoffs, I am going to fade you every time. Now, in this case, I'm just simply fading their offense, which is the worst in the NBA in the playoffs at this moment, which has a lot to do with the Orlando defense. Orlando's offense isn't really much better. So far in the playoffs, Orlando is scoring 103 points per 100 possessions. Cleveland is scoring 98 points per 100 possessions. None of these games have come close to getting to 100 possessions. There have been 281 possessions per team over 3 games. So, unless for some reason they start to play run and gun basketball tonight, which, again, is not in their wheelhouse, the Cavaliers are 22nd in pace. The Orlando Magic are 25th in pace. So they do not play fast. I expect this game to be a physical fight. I expect the Cleveland Cavaliers to respond in some way because, make no mistake about it, in Game 3, the Magic just made a conscious decision that they're going to beat these guys up and see what they're going to do about it. So the question is, what are the Cavaliers going to do about it? Whatever the answer is, I believe is going to lead to ugly basketball, low scoring, low possessions, high intensity, tons of free throws. Give me the under 202. I don't think any game in this series goes over 200, especially not this one. Give me the under 202 as my official play. Let's cash another ticket, y'all.
Thunder at Pelicans, NBA Shot Clock, Saturday, April 27th, 2024. A mid-afternoon special in New Orleans. Take the home team, an official play, plus 1.5. This is Game 3 of the series, and the Pelicans are down 0-2. This is not complicated to state they need this game and cannot afford to go down 0-3 to the number 1 seed and highly upstart Oklahoma City. Track the games in this series. Game 1 last Sunday, New Orleans did compete incredibly tight on the road, a 2-point loss, 94-92, before getting obliterated and run out of the gym on Wednesday, 124-92. We like that from the standpoint of motivation. When you get your ass absolutely kicked, you look in the mirror more, and the coaching staff has more energy to tell you guys, you insulted the product of basketball, and you better show a bounce back here. The last time Oklahoma City did play in New Orleans during the regular season, it was March 26th, and it was the same line, Oklahoma City minus 1.5. They did win the game and cover 119-112, but the key point here, they closed the fourth quarter in the final 2:31 of the game with a 12-0 run. New Orleans could have won that game, and it's hard to think that Willie Green, a young upstart coach himself, will let this group fall off the grid in a tight game in the fourth quarter in the playoffs. A matinee special in New Orleans, the top play and the best bet, NBA Shot Clock, on this Saturday. Take New Orleans plus 1.5, and let's cash this ticket.
Nuggets at Lakers. Junior Browne back with NBA Shot Clock on this Saturday, April 27th with another free pick. We're rocking with the Denver Nuggets minus 3.5. If the Lakers were going to do anything, it would have been in the last game where the Nuggets shot 5 for 28 from 3. That's 17% and still almost won by double digits. That is a telltale sign that these are two teams on completely different levels, as if you needed more evidence than the Denver Nuggets beating them 11 straight times, which is over the span of like a couple of years. The Lakers' daddy is a team from Denver. The Lakers' grandfather, LeBron James, all jokes aside, he's 39 years old. Is LeBron really trying to extend the series that he knows he can't win? I think not. Now, I'm not saying LeBron will check out. It's not in his DNA to give up and to not try. But pay attention to the games. This is my obsession with watching basketball games. I've watched every play of every playoff game. My girl is not a fan of that, but it's a part of the job. And the reason I do that is to see body language, is to see effort, is to see intensity, is to see defense, because you ain't seeing defense on highlights. The Lakers don't have what it takes to beat this team. On the flip side, if you're Denver, you got to end the series here and now. Because you know you're playing Minnesota in the next round. The Phoenix Suns have already given up. So you're not trying to play extra meaningless games. The Lakers are not winning 4 games in a row. You know this. Foot on neck time. 1-2-3 Cancun for the Lakers. Give me the Denver Nuggets, the motivated team in the spot, because there is no motivation for the Lakers. Let's be clear. Give me the Denver Nuggets, -3.5. Close out the series, and let's cash another ticket, y'all.
Celtics at Heat, 6 o'clock, Saturday afternoon, April 27th, 2024, NBA Shot Clock. A top play in this game, the buy hat is engaged. First quarter against the spread for the Celtics. Boston comes into this afternoon's game off a terrible home loss in Game 2. Miami just shot lights out of the gym, and there was nothing the Celtics could do about it. The Heat set a franchise record for playoff threes, shooting 23 for 43 from the stripe, 54%, and outscoring Boston by 33 points beyond the arc, a spot where Boston usually excels far more than Miami. This was a situational outlier and cannot be expected to repeat itself. Speaking of repeating itself, Boston just did what they bizarrely continue to do in the playoffs year after year: lose games at home. Historically, when you have two of the best players in the sport in their early prime, they do not lose home games, they lose road games. But Boston is the antithesis to that. However, going on the road off of these bizarre home playoff losses, Boston is 4-1 ATS last 5 against the Eastern Conference and 3-1 in those covers to the trifecta. When they're angry, they come out on you, they come out hot, and they turn up their quality. And this team, for whatever reason, plays better off losses and self-created pressure. Buy Boston this afternoon in the first quarter, expecting them to turn up early and often. It is the top play in this game on NBA Shot Clock. Boston, first quarter against the spread. Let's dominate.